Okay, so first thing you do, you take your sponge, you're going to wring it out into your bucket, start in the middle and just wipe down the wheel head. This cleans it up and gets it ready for that ball of clay to go down. So I'll dry it off now, so there's just a little bit of moisture on the wheel, right? So now with dry hands, I'm going to take the ball of clay and throw it down into the middle. If it ends up over here or on the floor, like, we can't give you any more alcohol. That's it. But seriously, if that happens, you pick it off the wheel or take it off the floor and ball it up and throw it back down into the middle, all right? So now with the wheel spinning pretty slowly, I'm going to get the wheel going, right? Just like that. Now I'm going to pat down and into the clay like so. This secures that ball of clay to the wheel head and gets it just a little bit closer to being centered. Can everybody just try that really quick? Just like Trey, patting down, yeah, like more like this, like you're making this cup shape with your hands. Y'all look ridiculous. All right, so now I'm going to add a little bit of water. I splayed it out just enough to where like the water can't go underneath this ball of clay. So now I'm going to push into it like this with the heels of my palms, wrap my fingers around and gently squeeze into the clay. And this, it really is helpful if you all try this at this point. So you're pushing in with the heels of your palms like this, leaning into the clay, squeezing your hands around it. And with enough time and pressure, that clay is going to conform to the shape your hands are making and you will have the clay centered. All right, so I'm pushing into my palms, wrapping my fingers around, squeezing into this clay. All right, with enough time, I just ease off the clay and I have it centered. If the clay is pushing your hands around like this, right, you just need to lean into it a little bit more, all right? Ease off the pressure when you feel like you have it centered and you're good, all right? So this is centered, this is not centered. Oh. See? All right, so to get that centered, you're just pushing into it a little bit harder, but really make sure you ease off once you feel like you have it. All right, so now what I'm going to do, is the music too loud? You good? Can you hear everybody? All right, so now I have my fingers stacked right here next to the ball of clay, and I'm going to use the tips of my thumbs to drill down into the middle of this lump of clay to drill the hole and open it up. So I'm going down probably to about a 1/4 inch thickness, or a pinky thickness, and look back and forth just to double check that I haven't gone down too deep or I'm not too thick there. All right, so then I'm going to use the tips of my thumbs to stretch the floor out to create a floor base, like this. And these fingers aren't pinching into each other yet. Like you smile.
Because you make it look really easy.
Yeah. These fingers are here simply to anchor my thumb so that as I move out, I'm like stable, right? As are my elbows. I have my elbows down here when I'm centering and opening up the clay. So now that I've opened it up to about, you know, it's like a 2.5 inch diameter there, I can begin to pull this up. To pull it up, you're going to add a little bit of water, and then you're literally going to pinch your fingers into each other and slowly move up the side of the pot. So this is pulling, right? So I'm going to push my fingers into each other and just slowly move my fingers up like so, and I bring the clay up like that.
Oh my God.
So how is that possible, right? I've been doing this for 15 years. No, seriously though, it's about taking your time as you move up the side of the pot. If I'm going up the side of the pot this quickly, I've only touched a fraction of that pot, it's only a fraction of it's going to move up. Right, so that's when you get a pot that's higher on one side and lower on the other. So you want to take your time as you slowly move up the side of the pot. So now I'm going to use my fingers on the inside to just push up and out to create a bowl shape. Easing off the pressure once I get to the top.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God.
You don't know. I love it.
And the whole time, my elbows are resting on my thighs so that they're stable as I move my fingers out, okay?
I can't wait to see what my bowl is.
This is fun. To see you all like try this.
So when people do this as beginners, like, does theirs normally turn out like yours, or kind of like?
Not at all. Well, I'd say that, and this the laugh you all just gave is the laugh you should give yourselves when the first one doesn't work out. I mean it. Like, bring your humility. Like, every once in a while we get somebody who gets really frustrated, and it's not about that. This is not even about the end product that you're gonna like get in a few weeks that like remind you of this lovely experience you had. It's about like the experience, right? So the first one might not work out, or maybe you're just brilliant at this. Maybe you're a ringer in this class. You like take it home, you start teaching classes. Right? But probably not going to look just like this, but it's a good to aim for. So now I'm going to take this wooden rib tool and scrape off this extra clay down here, and then I'll take this with the flat end, just gently pushing my fingers up against the inside wall into that rib tool. I'm going to shape this just a little bit more, just very lightly touching the pot at this point because I've already thinned it out. And I ease off when I get to the lip. So elbow's still on my thigh here. That's my anchor, right? Doing it like this looks awkward, feels awkward, usually doesn't leave you with something symmetrical. Not that symmetry is everything. Right? So I'm going to take the water out now. Just wring out the sponge and then use it to soak up that water on the inside. And I'm just going to shape this lower section just a little bit more. Give it a little bit more of a belly down here. And then I'm just going to ease off.